Well, good evening, everybody, or good morning, depending on what time you happen to be watching this in your station. This week we are celebrating Memorial Day. I'm not sure when exactly you'll get that, but this is our Memorial Day celebration, and we just want to say a big hearty thank you to all of those who gave their lives for our country. And I'm sure that Mr. Phil would like to say the same thing. So let me introduce to you my friend and yours, the one and only Mr. Phil. In his, look at this, American shirt and everything. It's great.
Yes.
2017, you got to get a new date. That's good. So Memorial Day already.
Yeah, Memorial Day. Hard to believe.
Yeah.
We're through the winter.
We
The
are.
official start of summer.
So if we see any snow now, it's better be red, white, and blue.
Yes. Oh,
That's good. So yeah, like I said, we really want to thank this show is going out to all those families whose sacrifice made this country and this station and the fact that we're doing this
yes.
possible.
Yes.
Yes, I know a lot. There's been a lot of veterans in my family,
Right.
and I know that there were
Of
probably
course.
quite a few in yours.
Yes.
And without that, we wouldn't be here.
Right. Unfortunately, this is like the forgotten holiday.
It is, and it is unfortunate. And my husband and I were talking about Memorial Day in the car on the way up, and how people think Memorial Day is just for everybody, and everybody that's just in the service, right now and all that stuff, and not that it's in memory of those who gave their
Right.
lives and in those who served.
Yes.
And we want to remind people of that. And if you see somebody who's family member and they died in the service, just like you would see an active serviceman, go up and say thank you that your family made that sacrifice and made my life as beautiful as it is.
Right.
I think that would be an excellent way to spend the weekend.
Yes, it would. I just remember as a kid, we knew what it was. You see, I think they should have left it on a traditional day, May 30th, and it would have been remembered as such. Because where I lived in Brooklyn, they used to have a big parade on Memorial Day morning coming down Eastern Parkway that lasted a few hours.
Oh, I bet it was beautiful.
Oh, it was. They used to sell flags and stuff, and everybody would
Sure.
march with them. It was a celebration. You knew it was Memorial Day then.
Oh, I remember even when I was young, marching in the parade as a Girl Scout. I was
Wow.
I was a Brownie. I was a Girl Scout, and marching in the Memorial Day parade was the big thing, the big kickoff to summer. But we always went, and we used to have ours. It would go through the streets, and again, it was always May 30th.
Right.
And we would go through the streets. We'd end up at the park, and at our park we had a lake
Yes.
that they used to float a boat across,
Right.
and, as
Yeah.
a memorial, and then sink the boat.
Right.
So that was it was a beautiful
mean-
tradition, and everybody gathered at the park at the end. They all knew,
Yeah.
and it was a really nice.
Did that in the morning, and then the afternoon was celebration. I remember a big thing in New York at that time was going to the baseball games.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
That's, when...
Another American tradition.
Yeah, another American tradition.
It's true.
Right now, we're flying high.
Yeah, we had. Oh boy, did we
Wow.
have! Well, we had a week. Let me tell you, from last Friday, which we didn't do a show last Friday, but that's because we were out schmoozing with some of the bigger people in the industry.
Yes.
We got to see stars. We got to do all kinds of things. We went to the Hoboken Film Festival, and we got to see. Let's see, we saw Martin Cove.
Yes.
And we saw Mr. Lou Gossett Jr. get a Lifetime Achievement
Oh, my
Award.
God. We were with these people, talking with them.
Yes, Mr. Lou Gossett himself turned around and saw me, gave me the biggest hug. I was just thrilled, and was so grateful and so thankful that we were even just there. And I mean, then you came up and we all started talking.
Yes.
I was waiting for the local news to interview us. He just stepped in and was like, "Oh no!" And we just started talking and just kind of totally blew off the news.
Yeah, right.
But we had a great time, and every time he passed us that night, he's such a wonderful man. I mean, he recognized all night long. It wasn't like, did I meet you yet? Did I meet you yet?
I mean,
and seeing friends that we've made over the past 3 years that
Yes.
I've been going, and they all remembered us, and
yes.
it's
and
really
these celebrities that come up to us and remember us.
yeah, and a lot of people that are just in the industry that are behind the scenes.
Yes.
And say, hey, I want you to, come and do this, or I want to see if you could do that for me, or, and we're going to try to have some of the people that actually live in the local area, we're going to try to get them to come on our show
Right.
as special guests.
Right.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, that would be, because to have people say they know us.
Oh, that's, you just can't understand. I mean, for me, it's always just a big honor, and I stand there and stand proud. And he crumbles to a little baby with a crying, but he tries to stand there, and he's like, oh my gosh, you don't know what this means to me. But that's a Mr. Phil reaction.
Yeah, right. I mean, wow.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know it meant anything to him if he didn't have didn't have tears down his face. You'd say, oh well, you know what? He really doesn't care about this person.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the time of our lives. I think we had.
We had a nice time.
I put down last Friday night was the best night of our career.
Yeah.
I mean, all the interviews we had on the red carpet, and people
right.
remember knowing us by name, remembering us from last year, and then everybody taking pictures of us from different directions.
Oh yeah, that was one of the things. I can just imagine these big stars when they get on the red carpet, and all these people are yelling, "And look over here! Look over here! Look over here!"
Yeah,
look over
right.
Here. And we only had maybe a tenth of that.
Yeah, right.
I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah.
So for
I mean,
them, it must be amazing. And they probably get a little bit like, all right, I've done this already long enough. I want.
and then what's something is the head. He's a wonderful person, Ken
Del Vecchio, yes. Hello, Ken. And
hi, Ken.
Thank you for putting that whole thing on. It's so much fun every year. And it's great to go back and see our friends. Like Phil likes to call it summer camp.
Yes, summer camp. That's what I call it.
Or a school reunion, because we get to go back and see all our friends and catch up to what everybody's been doing.
Yeah, right.
It's great, yep. And he gets that whole thing together, and boy,
And he still runs up to us. He's still.
Oh yes, we run up to him. Oh, we still get big hugs and kisses.
From him and his wife, wonderful wife Francine.
Yes, yeah, they're such gracious people.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of fun this year. Friday night when we went for the opening ceremonies, we were able to take one of our favorite recurring guests, Greg Woods, with us.
Yes.
And he had a great time.
Yeah.
He's been there before, but not with us.
Right.
And we were bringing him around with us and saying, we have him on our show quite a bit.
Yes, we did.
And then Thursday night, last night, we brought Greg with us.
Yes.
And my husband, of course, goes with us because he's the producer of the show. And we brought a past producer of the show, Mr. Peter Ora, who is also a good friend of the show.
Right.
And a good friend of ours. And that was his first.
Yes.
And he just had a great time.
Yes.
He really did. And seeing all these beautiful stars and all these, beautiful women and all their beautiful dresses.
Right.
And it was just amazing.
And then we had my son, Alan.
And that's right. Alan came too.
Yes.
Alan, I think Alan's eyes probably didn't pop out of his head enough that night.
Oh, I mean, the thing is this, because he filled in plenty of times as
Sure,
co-host.
he's been part of the-
He ran the show. He, ran from help from both ends for all the years. I mean, since we started the show 22 years ago, and he was 14.
Right.
I mean, he's helped. So he really was one of the.
He's also been part of the show. We made sure that it was all about all of us, that we've all been part of the show.
Right. So he was part of it, and he, walking up there, and he was able to tell stories also.
It was a lot of
and
fun.
then, of course, our newest member, Natasha.
Natasha was there too. She didn't get to walk the red carpet with us, but she did with other people.
Right.
I think a few times with you.
Yeah, she did with me.
She did a few times with you. I was off.
Because she's your when she's your fill-in also.
Right. She's going to actually be here next week.
Yes.
Because I'm going to be moving. I'm moving from one place to another, still in the same vicinity, so I'm still going to be here. Don't think I'm not going away. I'm not running away from anybody. But in honor of our doing Memorial Day,
Yes.
we should probably go ahead and get started with our celebration.
Yes, we
because
should.
also have a very wonderful guest tonight that I hear you found on Facebook.
Yes.
She sent you a clip of her doing her thing, and you wrote back to her, and
Yes.
now we've got her. That's great. That's going to be so much fun.
Right.
I love to do those kinds of things.
Right.
And after all, that's what this show is all about, and it's promoting people that are trying to get their start and getting them in there. So right now, I think that Phil and I are going to get up, and we've got a couple of songs for you.
Yes.
Patriotic, of course.
Yes, of course. And it's for Mary. It's her last show of season 22.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm only missing the one.
Yes.
Next week's, but next week's will be the closer for season 22, and we'll come back in July.
Yes.
The middle of July.
July 6th we come back.
July 6th, right. Okay, so we're going to get up and move ourselves around for just a few seconds. So excuse us while we do that.
It's just to use her mic.
Yep, I'm going to put this one down.
You can go up there because this is yourself.
Right, that's
I'll give you your own camera.
When we go do charities and memorial things and stuff for veterans, it's a big deal for us. It's something that Phil and I and my husband Ken, we like to get into a lot of veterans affairs, and I generally open up with this song. If you know it at home, sing along. You know in the studio, sing along. If tomorrow all the things were gone I've worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, I'm proud participated in any wars or any conflicts, and their families. Now, you're going to do your...
Yeah.
Yes, now it's Phil's turn, so I'm going to step off the camera for a minute. Let him do. Come on, you can stand over here.
Okay. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with
My home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you. Now it's Mr. Phil's turn. He's going to give you one and wow you.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Why don't
You
take
take.
this?
I'll take this
I'll
one. You
take
can
this.
take that back.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to wait for you to come back
Okay.
to sit with me.
I'm going to do a different kind of America the Beautiful, Ray Charles version. Oh, beautiful, for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy gold refine. spacious skies, or amber waves of rain, or purple mountain majesties above the fruit plain. America, America, God shield His grace on thee. He crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. America, my sweet America, you see, I will leave the good Lord in His grace. I know He did. Crown thy good with brotherhood and sisterhood from sea to shining. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. That's probably the best I've heard you do that one. That was great. Lots of feeling, lots of heart. I love it, Bill.
Thanks.
That was good. You felt that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's good, because if you didn't feel it, then nobody else at home is going to feel it. And
Oh, no, I could feel all that.
I could see it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know,
So,
before we call together, I just want to say we used to do something similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
Back when we were the old karaoke shows.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about all the way back.
Oh, gosh,
like in
yeah,
the
it was a
early
long
years,
time ago.
around 2002, 2003.
Mm-hmm.
So on my anniversary show, around July 11th, because it always fell the week
Okay.
after 4th of
4th of
July.
July.
And in those days, I had producers that didn't want to do a 4th of July show.
Right.
So we would do the anniversary show the following week.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the anniversary show, we used to gather everybody up there. Everybody,
yeah.
no matter, and a lot of them were parents, kids, everybody would
Whoever
get up
was in the
there.
studio?
And we'd all do God Bless the USA and God Bless America. We used to call that the Salute to America to close the anniversary
That's
show.
great. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
While we're talking about America and making things beautiful and the freedoms that we have and all
Yes.
of that, well, if it wasn't for Facebook, our guest Kenna wouldn't be with us tonight. So, Kenna, you want to come over and sit with us and talk? We have that beautiful freedom now of Facebook, and you know, if you didn't send your what did you send him a
Well,
video?
actually, what it was I sent I posted a video on the Hudson Valley Musicians Exchange.
Ah, that's okay.
It was part of actually a college project where I had to promote a Facebook page based on a musician. So we chose myself, and
Sure.
Phil happened to come across it, and I think I must have impressed him because he immediately right away was like, "Hey, I want you to come on my show," and I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah,
So that's
I'm
that's
telling
how it
ya.
happened. Yeah.
That's what we try to do. I mean, you know, we see somebody with some outstanding ability, and we want to get them in front of the camera.
Well, I
And we
appreciate
wanna
you bringing
give
me
the,
here.
The big, big break that you can, and you get to show everybody your show. This is your show. We're
Yeah.
hosting your show for
Right.
you. So that's what it's
So
all
if you look
about.
at the credits, when you watch your video back, you're gonna see it says the Mr. Phil Show, starring Kenna And then then afterwards, the next thing that comes up is with hosts Mr. Phil and Miss Mary.
Right.
I feel so special.
Right. So that's what we like to do. Okay. So when we were talking before, you said you had just graduated college.
Yes, I just graduated SUNY Oneonta with a bachelor's in music industry.
Wow, that's great.
That's terrific. How hard was that?
Well, it took me 3.5 years, and it was just brutal classes and just constant studying, a lot of copyright law.
Oh yeah.
I did a lot of also audio production and stuff, but it was mostly like management and managing artists and knowing what they want,
Okay.
So
Did you have to do? Did you have to take classes in writing and that kind of thing too, or were you doing more of the management end?
yeah, I was doing more of the business management end of it. I mean, I already write songs. I don't think I need to take classes for it. So.
Right. Right. Yeah. So, some people do just I think to kind of tell themselves, yeah, you know what, I am doing it right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm taking a creative writing class right now, actually online. So hopefully maybe that will help me.
You never know.
But
some people just have that creative mind, and
Yeah.
I don't know how you are, but it seems like you probably have songs that just pop out, and they're just there for you, right?
I mean, yes. Well,
Is
some days I can write a song in an hour, and some days it takes me like 6 months to get a song finished.
Oh.
Right.
Wow.
It depends obviously on my mood and what's going on in my life. So I feel like if I were to become like an actual like professional singer songwriter, I'd have to be pumping out songs like every day. And so I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh,
I obviously have enough, but that took me over 10 years to develop my portfolio.
I was gonna say,
So
what age did you really start?
Oh God.
Did you start first of all? Did you start playing guitar first?
No,
Or did
I
you start
started
writing
singing.
first?
I
Okay.
actually started singing first
Okay.
in around like 4th or 5th grade.
Wow.
Around 4th or 5th grade, I was writing songs with my friend on the bus, like the school bus.
Sure.
Wow.
And
that's
everyone's
awesome.
like, "Shut up! You're so stop singing!" And I'm like, "Whatever." And then by the time I turned 15 years old, my father, who's also a veteran, and his birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday! He was the one who bought me my first guitar, acoustic guitar,
Alright.
and since then I've been writing actually like some really good songs. Then I can't wait to share them. But yeah, so that's it. All
terrific.
started in like 4th, 5th grade of elementary school. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so this has been a long
Yeah,
time for you.
long time.
You must have a very nice collection of songs.
Oh yeah, I've definitely written well over 40 songs in my entire
Wow.
life. I mean, whether or not I've kept them, I have a little
Right.
Google Drive folder on my computer that has all of them with the chords so I don't forget them. And
Right.
but over
Memorize
time,
them.
over time I'm just like, okay, I don't really like this song. This doesn't, like, I wrote this when I was 14 and I was too emotional. This doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like some songs don't stay, some do, like a edit later kind of thing. It's kind of like a novel, being a novelist, you have to go back and forth between different songs. You can't
It's
just,
true.
you
You refine things and,
But
and,
yeah,
and give them a
exactly.
little tweaking here and there.
Yeah, and I've developed my own system, so.
That's great. I mean, everybody's got to develop their own system to what makes them the most productive. So as long as you've come up with that, you're already ahead of the game.
Exactly.
Yep. So where have you been playing? Have you been playing
Yeah.
around? Did you play at school?
Yes, all the time. Every Monday there was an open mic at one of the local taverns downtown on Main Street.
Oh, wow.
I had, like, my first ever paid gig was back in December. It was like a little Christmas show, a little local thing at, a little, I forgot where it was called, but it was so cute. They had all these lights set up. And I sang some original music as well as some covers of Christmas music. I
Right.
brought out my ukulele and I did Let It Snow, and they liked it. So,
Oh, wow.
and then they actually invited me to come out there. I didn't have to get the gig myself. But lately I've just been doing open mics, any benefit shows, if you
Right.
need live
Yeah.
live music.
Best way to get yourself out
Yeah,
there as
yeah.
many times as you can. And congratulations on getting your very first paid
Yeah.
gig, because that's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
a really
it was,
big
it was a
deal.
very big
Right.
achievement for me.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it was honestly, when she offered me the gig, I was like, wow, me? Are you sure you messaged the right person? I mean, is my act really worth that much? Any money? But I guess
know how it is because I remember
Yeah.
my first paid gig was like over 20 years ago, and this is right here in Port Jervis. Somebody, one of my fans hired me for a graduation party.
Oh.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I'll never forget that.
My husband and I played coffee houses, and we also did a small neighborhood bar.
Yeah, I
Which
do
is
little
nice.
things
So,
like that. I
and they pay, and you go in. And it's great because it's a nice, it's
Why
a
Not
small
Now?
audience. and,
Exactly.
Why Not Now is the name of our band, and it's just actually me and my husband who do an acoustic act.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
sort of
whereas-
what you do with the plug. He plugs his guitar in, and then
Yeah.
we just let it rip.
You guys write music?
We don't write music right now. My husband writes a lot of music. He wants me to write lyrics, but they just always.
I can help you with that.
evade me. That would be good. So we'll have to definitely keep in touch
Yes, I
because
want-
I have a problem
Problem as a
with lyrics.
songwriter.
Yes, exactly. you
In
know.
fact, I'm looking for that also because I haven't had a new song on my original end in a good many years.
It's true. Yeah. After a while, you kind of need to get those originals and
Yep.
and get some stuff out there and stop doing other people's things and
Yeah.
show everybody what you can do.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that you get as much time as possible.
Okay.
So you have quite a few songs, I think, tonight. You have like 4 or 5 songs at least,
Yeah,
right?
4 songs.
That's going to be great. And I heard her playing during practice. It's,
Yeah, wow.
it's really good. You guys are going to really enjoy it.
And I'm just looking at her. You know who she looks like?
Who does she look like?
Kelly Clarkson.
Oh my!
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
You do. You look
To
like
have
Kelly
her money at
Clarkson.
this
You-
point now, right?
I would. Oh my goodness, I'd love to have her life.
Yeah,
She's beautiful.
Oh yeah, she's.
she is. Well,
I'm-
this is no American Idol, but I hope that we get you even further than American
Yes.
Idol.
Oh.
can do.
I
Thank
hope
you.
so because this show, quite a few people who started on our show have gone further. Last year, one girl who started on our show won The Voice.
Oh, nice. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a lot to stand up to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another
That's
one.
okay.
Pretend he didn't say that. That's
Yeah.
all. Don't
No,
get
it's okay. No,
nervous.
it's actually exciting. I mean,
Yeah, to know that
the people are
gonna-
watching.
They are going to watch it. You know.
You know that.
And,
watching.
whenever we go out, like to the film festival,
Yeah.
we always tell people, hey, we have this show, and we feature artists that are trying to break into the industry, and they have their own material, and we tell them to go on YouTube and catch it, and so there's a lot of people in the industry that are watching.
The right person might be watching at the right time. So.
That's right, and that's why we always put how to reach you on the credits. This way, you never know who's going to reach out to you.
Yeah, that's
So-
exciting.
Well, why don't we're going to let you get set up over there
Okay.
and get yourself going. Just before your last song, we'll come over and we'll thank you or whatever, or kick you off the bench if we didn't like it, or
most likely.
unplug your guitar. No, I don't think that's really going to happen. We really haven't had anybody we've had to do that to.
Okay.
Especially we're doing a patriotic show and we're trying to thank people. The last thing we want to do is push you off the bench. So then we'll come over and we'll sign off, and we're going to let you sing us out through the whole thing. And once you see the screen go black and the credits are done rolling, you finished a complete show.
Awesome.
How's that sound?
I'm excited.
That's great. Well, let me take this. Let me let you get over there. Okay. Whoops, careful, hon.
Do you realize at the rate we're going, the way we're booked months in advance,
Yeah.
by next year, I have the feeling
We're gonna have a year in
vacation
advance.
weeks in June we're going to be practically nil.
Well, I think that it's still important to take vacation weeks anyway, just to regroup ourselves
Regroup ourselves.
and talk about what we want to do for the next year. 'Cause we
Right.
do try to revamp a little something each year.
Yeah, right.
So I think that Kenna's going to let us know when she's all set. And, it's exciting that it was something that you just happened to come across and were able to get in touch with her. That's great,
Right.
Because we usually get people from open mics and that kind of thing. So I believe Kenna's ready. Ready, Kenna?
Okay.
All right, and we're going to turn the show over to the star of the show tonight, and this is Miss Kenna Gallinari.
make sure it's the right. All right. So my first song is gonna be called "Dreams." Wrote this a while back, so it doesn't pertain to anything right now, but. A guy like you and like a girl like me, falling head over heels for something so out of reach. It's something I really should try to ignore, getting lost in your eyes and now I felt before. You're optimistic but that's not quite me, and you're everything I've dreamed of but you're out of my league. I should be trying to get you out of my head, I'm stuck here thinking about you instead. You're beginning to mess with my dreams, tossing and turning, losing hours of sleep. Was it so hard to see these few words? Never knew the feeling this way would hurt. I wish you were well aware of how you look when the wind takes your hair. Just adore how you lose yourself, the stars in the collection of the books on your shelf. You think I ignore what this could be, but all I think about is you and me. You and me. You're beginning to mess with my dreams, tossing and turning, losing hours of sleep. Was it so hard to see these few words? Never knew the feeling this way would hurt. A guy like you, like a girl like me, falling head over heels for something so out of reach. It's something I really should try to ignore, getting lost in your eyes and now I felt before. It's called Poison. This is actually the song that Phil discovered me with, so this will probably be the title of an EP if or when I create one. So. Sky. expecting a apology. And you tore my trust. What the hell happened to us? You pushed and pulled just like the waves. Your love for us seemed to fluctuate. At first I knew I'd always come. Poison goes in, truth comes out. Push me down, but I took the blame somehow. Thank you. Alright, so the next one is called Coffee. I actually just wrote this recently, less than a year ago. Boy meets girl, it's a typical world, till it falls apart and we start all over again until came love. I'm wishing the fear of getting too near will somehow disappear. Tend to let the smart ones get a hold of me. Thought I knew what I had to do, but regret what I got into. And after the other roofs tossed around, but you were my anchor and I found my ground. And now my head's up in the clouds, I want you. Life can make me tired, but I'll never get tired of you. You're my cup of coffee in the morning, I always look forward to you. You give me reason to breathe, but with you I always lose my breath. And with you sleeping by my side, I always seem to get my best rest. I find it hard to sleep at night without your arms wrapped around me tight. This feeling has me feeling like I've never felt before, and all I think about now is how I want you. Thank you. So that was the third song, by the way. My second to last song. I think Mary wanted to come up before my last song. Okay. Oh God. Okay. 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 Could we turn down the monitors by any chance? They're really loud. Yeah. Clicking. Check. That might be better. Yeah. That's much better. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Great. All right. So the last one, or maybe last one, I don't know. So this is called the North Star. Okay, I can throw in 2 more songs. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. I gotta think. Think about how we'd always walk around aimlessly in the middle of the night, searching for what we can't find. But when I look into your eyes, everything we say we couldn't find is sitting right there within arm's reach. But even through the darkest night, you still shine like the North Star. And even through the trying times, you still sing like a guitar. And I feel myself inching closer to you, and I could never stop believing in you. I often think about how I look at you, like you were the only one in the room.
Yeah, we're gonna come over and we gotta turn our mics on. I don't know. Okay, I don't hear myself because we're not in the monitors. Excuse me for crossing over in front of you like that, but
Wow,
it's easier
nice
if we
job.
stand on each side of you.
Yeah.
A lot of passion in your songs.
Yeah, a lot of my songwriting comes from real life experiences. So,
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Great. I was talking to your dad, and he was telling me that one of the songs that you wrote was about him, and
yeah.
I think that's great.
But
you know.
I just want to say that he has come a really long way since then. And if I could
believe
take
it.
back that song, if it wasn't such a good song, I would take back that song if I could, you know?
But you know what? Taking that song back wouldn't do justice to your growing.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's something that you should really, you know, that's a basis. for you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're really enjoying everything that you're doing, and I'm just so glad that Phil was able to see your video.
Yeah.
And if you have any friends from school that are interested in that kind of thing and coming on here,
Yeah.
or anything like that, tell them to do the same thing.
I will.
Let's get some of your friends on.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
will.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, anytime you're in the area and you want to come back, just give us a text
Oh.
or send
Right,
us a
because-
little message, and
Once we get you, we never let you go.
that's
Okay.
it. You're here for life.
You're here for
that's
life,
it.
and we have many other events besides our regular shows. Twice a year, we do telethons to raise money for the station, and on those shows, we do strictly covers. We go the other way.
Oh.
Right, so that would give you
Okay.
a chance to
Then-
Yeah.
show us what you can do with other people's. Although you're doing more than justice to your own songs, so
Yeah.
you know. But on telethons, you know, the thing is something familiar.
Yeah.
What people tune in
Yeah.
to listen to.
Right.
Exactly.
In fact, folks,
So.
while we're at it, speaking of telethons, it's not too late to give to this recent telethon
That's
we
right.
just did. Okay, we could still use more money, so if you could make out checks and make it out to Access 23 TV and send it to P.O. Box 321, Port Jervis, New York, 12771, it would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, if you can, you know, we will take these all year long. It doesn't have to just be during telethon time. If you are so moved by someone and you want to help us out to get better equipment, to even give you better shows than what we're trying to bring you right now, go ahead, make that donation. It's always something at the end of the credits to let you know where to send those. So we're going to thank Kenna for coming on.
You're welcome.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you
We're
for
gonna
having
have
me.
you play another song and
Okay. I have
play
no
us
idea what
out.
to play.
What's the last one? The latest one you wrote?
Oh God, no.
That's not ready yet, huh?
I don't really have it memorized yet.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to think. Is anyone suggesting something on my live stream? No, I have to do originals.
It has
I know.
to be original.
Has to be original.
So what about something like from that you had to do at school?
Okay, I think I might have one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I trust it's going to be great.
it is. No, I promise.
Okay.
All right, and
I love
folks, we want to thank you for watching you.
it. Yeah.
And next week we will, it'll be me and Natasha, and for Mary, she will see you.
I will see you as soon as the season begins again.
We'll
Yep.
be seeing you.
I'll be, next week I'll be exhausted. I'll be tired. I'll be in my old clothes. So I don't think you want to see me, but Natasha, she'll be here all ready for you.
Right.
So thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you.
course.
I'm going to just cross in front of you one more time, and we're going to let you play us out.
All
Thank
right.
you.
This one's short. It's called "Eye of My Storm." Feeling like I lost all control, getting torn and stripped of my hope. It's brought me to your front door. Thank you. We're clear, he says. Good, good.